Hello there, fellow YouTubers, fellow YouTube watchers. Here another video. This time it's going to be a case study of a client I had who was sent to me. And it was a few years back. I was then working in a hypnosis franchise that I was leading. And the system that was set up was that you get the people sent to you. So I didn't have any personal contact prior to clients. I just got information that it's a young guy around 17, and he was sent to me because he was stealing, and he was stealing at home. So the mother came with him. He was around 16 or 17. She signed the paperwork, obviously, and then I asked her to leave. And what I realized is that she told him that you either go to the hypnotist or you get sent to the boarding school. So not necessarily the best condition to work with someone, because their self-motivation to actually change is not very high, because it's coming from fear. So I was sitting there and I thought, well, what do I do with this guy? And I guess, I ask him some questions. It's always a good point to start. So I ask him some questions. And I realized this is really not working, because his mind is just not in the right place. He's not here because he wants to be here. And I was like, screw this. And I told him that. I was like, just screw this. Let's have some fun. And I moved everything away, sat closer to him. I was like, let's do some games. And I got him to close his hands together, clap his hands together. And I got his fingers get his fingers stick out, and then to close them, so like a magnetic finger induction. And he was like, "Oh my God, wow, they're just moving by themselves." And I built on that success, and I did it with the hands, so the hands would move together. And he was like, "Wow, that's amazing!" And you could see the shift inside of him. So suddenly, I got his curiosity. He didn't have to be with me anymore. Suddenly he wanted to be with me. And I continued. I did an arm levitation up to his head, and then I got his hand stuck to his head, so he couldn't move his hand from his head. And he was like, "Oh my God, what's happening?" And all the time while we were having fun, I was working with him. Obviously, I gave him suggestions. And I also stimulate the unconscious mind to start resolving what gets him to steal. And the funny thing is, I realized is that it's automatic. He just starts. He knows it's going to get him in trouble. He knows it's going to get him in trouble if he steals. Yet he can't resist that urge that comes from it. And so having his automatic, as has his hand moving up, having an arm levitation, it's also something that just happens. However, this time it is now for him to solve his problem, to stop stealing, because he realized how he is destroying his family. I mean, they had to install cameras everywhere in the house. They had to lock up the rooms so it wouldn't happen. And now he was an apprentice, so they were worried that he would steal now in his apprenticeship. So after the first session, I got an email from his mother. And she asked me, "What the hell did you do with him?" He's like 180-degree different. That was one session I had with him. And he came for another 2 sessions to clear more things. But it was amazing to see that how quickly change can happen. In an hour, 2 hours, a person can change it. A habit, a pattern can be dissolved. So that's just something I want to share with you. I'm not saying that all the sessions I have are one-off sessions. That's not what I'm saying. I'm saying that it is very possible that it can happen, that shifts can occur within a conversation. It can happen. I have had it happen many times. And I have worked with people for longer periods of time to really get them to grow, to really go for a change, because it hasn't happened like this. Sometimes it happens like this. Sometimes it takes a little more work. Either way is fine. Hope you enjoy this case study. If you did, like it, share it, and I'll see you on the next video. Take care.